Il fait babawa, babawa, il fait babawa, babawa, il fait babawa, babawa.
So I'm starting this Michael De Meng inspired artwork, and as you know, I've been wanting to move into 3D sculptures for some time, and after getting his book and having a look through it, been inspired to begin my own trip down the rusty metal highway, collecting rusty old things and transforming them into original one-off works of art. Now I'm just showing you the process of me starting to put together my very first 3D sculpture, and let me tell you, it's not an easy process. I haven't really started with a plan, and I guess Michael suggested that you can start with a plan. He starts with a plan sometimes, but like all things, plans are only there just to, just there for the basics, and usually when you start a plan it doesn't actually come out as you planned. But I guess that's like life really, isn't it? You can plan as much as you want, but really things happen out of our control, and I guess in a lot of ways that's what's happening with my sculpture. It's developing. What I really found is you really do need an assistant because sometimes when you're trying to hold things together and step back and have a look at it, it's a bit hard, so it's a bit frustrating. But I'm enjoying the process, and I'm excited about the development so far. So at the moment I'm just constructing like the skeleton of the sculpture. I've got some interesting bits and pieces I've pulled together and found a bit of driftwood, which looks like a pair of horns in some way, like reindeer horns. So it's sort of like those shapes. So I'm just putting them on to the back of this old clock face that I have here. And that was a challenge in itself, trying to hold it and drill the holes. But I guess it's not going to be a fast process. It's not like you can just whip up a work, in a day or even a week. I guess it's finding materials and looking for something that's a bit unusual, a bit different, and that, somehow when you put it together it's going to work. And it's a big like trial and error type exercise really, because what you think might look good, when in actual reality when you put it on the work it doesn't look good at all. And you just need to constantly evolve with the work. So I'm really happy with how it's going, and I guess, this is new ground for me, new territory, and I'm sort of proceeding with a bit of caution, but at the same time I'm just thinking, no, I'm just going to go for it. And I got myself a glue gun the other day, because I'm sure I'm going to be using it to glue things on eventually. I'm going to get myself some spraying foam, because you can use that as well, which is a pretty awesome idea. So I'm going to experiment with spray foam to create different shapes as well. So here I am putting the reindeer horns on the top, and I'm just figuring out which way I'd like to have them. And there's a million combinations I could have came up with, but I've just decided on this way just because I think it looks good. And it was such a pain in the butt to hold the back on while trying to screw in the screws. And I was saying a few cuss words while I was doing it, I can assure you, but I won't repeat on here. But yeah, I just thought I'd just like to show you the process of the whole of the journey of constructing this very first Gary Reef artwork in 3D. So now I've been looking around the farm and looking through all the old sheds and collecting bits of rusty bits, odd, weird and unusual looking things, locks and everything. So this is where I am so far. Doesn't look like much at the moment, but it's a start. You got to start somewhere. And yeah, so I painted the cogs in the clock as well, gold. But yeah, so now I'm going to make a wall mount for it to sit on the actual wall, so then I can hang it up and look at it from a distance without me having to squat down all the time. Anyway, so that's that. So later.
Babawa, ife babawa, babawa, ife babawa.